Sometimes in life, we keep saying to ourselves, I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. There's still time. What's the rush? But what we don't realize is that these little delays slowly, silently, and powerfully steal our dreams, our opportunities, and our future. In a world full of distractions, endless scrolling, glowing screens, constant notifications, and temporary pleasures, it is so easy to lose track of time without even noticing how fast it is slipping away. Time is not just what ticks on a clock. Time shapes our destiny, our journey, our success, and our legacy. The one who respects time reaches heights no one can imagine, and the one who wastes it burns in the fire of regret. This story isn't just a fairy tale. It's a warning, a mirror, and a lesson that can change the way you look at life. Long ago, in a quiet, little village surrounded by green fields and tall old trees, lived a boy who was extremely lazy. He was smart but careless, talented but always saying, "I'll do it later." Every morning when the sun rose, other kids went to school, worked hard, learned, and chased their dreams. But he kept lying in bed, staring at the sky, convincing himself that tomorrow would be the day he'd finally change. But tomorrow never came, because every tomorrow turned into another delay. His family worried. His teachers warned him, but he never took their word seriously. Days turned into months, and slowly he started falling behind everyone in school, in opportunities, in life. He watched others grow, succeed, and shine, while he stood at the same place, blaming fate. One day, a wise old man came to the village. People respected him because his words had changed many lives. People said he could make a lost man find his purpose again. The lazy boy, who by now was filled with regret and self-doubt, thought, maybe he can help me. He followed the wise man one morning, and after everyone left, he gathered courage and said, "Please help me. I feel like a failure. Everyone has moved forward, but I'm stuck. I want to be the best, but I don't know how to change." The wise man smiled gently, looked at him with kind eyes, and said, "My child, the problem is not that you're not capable. The problem is that you do not value time. You keep postponing your dreams, and every second you waste is a door you close forever. Let me tell you a story that'll change how you see time." And the boy listened carefully as the wise man began to speak. "Once upon a time," he said, "there was a kind and powerful king who ruled a prosperous land. He had everything: wealth, fame, power, and the love of his people. One day, he met an old friend who had once been his classmate, but the friend was no longer the strong, bright boy he once knew. Now, he was poor, tired, forgotten, and broken. The king recognized him, felt deep sadness, and invited him to the palace. As they sat together, the king asked, "What happened to you, my friend?" With a heavy sigh, the man said, "Your Majesty, I don't know why life was so unfair to me. Whenever I tried something, it never worked out. People called me lazy, careless, and unreliable. I always told myself I'd do things tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. Now I'm too late. I have nothing left but regret." The king thought for a moment and then smiled softly. He said, "I'll give you one chance to change everything. Before sunset today, you can take as much gold and jewels from my royal treasury as you want. Whatever you collect will be yours." The man's eyes sparkled with hope. He bowed deeply and rushed home to tell his wife. She jumped with joy and said, "Then go quickly. This is your chance." But the man replied, "I can't go now. I'm hungry. Let me eat first." His wife pleaded, but he didn't listen. She prepared food and he ate slowly, enjoying each bite, convinced there was still plenty of time. After the meal, he felt sleepy. "I'll rest a little," he thought. "There's still time." And he fell into a deep nap, dreaming of his future riches. 2 hours later, his wife shook him awake. It was still afternoon. He got annoyed, saying, "Why did you wake me so early? There's still time." He slowly picked up some sacks and started walking toward the palace. But the afternoon sun was scorching, and he got tired quickly. He saw a big tree and said to himself, "Let me rest here for just a few minutes. I still have time." He lay under the shade, felt the cool breeze, and slowly closed his eyes again. This time the sleep was deeper, heavier, and longer. When he opened his eyes, it was already evening. The sky was orange and fading fast. Panic rushed through his veins. He grabbed his sacks and ran with everything he had. But by the time he reached the palace, the sun had set. The gates were closed. The guards told him he was too late. He fell to his knees, begging, crying, but it didn't matter. The opportunity was gone. Not because of bad luck. Not because someone stopped him, but because he kept saying, "There's still time." He lost everything, not to fate, but to his own delays. The wise man looked at the boy and said, "Do you see, Chala? Time doesn't wait for anyone. Every moment you waste is like a door shutting behind you. You can't open it again. You can cry, scream, regret, but time won't return." The boy sat there silently, with tears in his eyes, realizing he was just like the man in the story. He had wasted so many precious moments, but at the same time, his heart began to burn with a new fire. He whispered, "I will not waste another second." From that day onward, he changed. He woke up early. He studied hard. He stopped scrolling endlessly on his phone, stopped making excuses, and started facing life with courage. He was still behind others, but he didn't care. What mattered was that he was no longer behind himself. Slowly, his life transformed. His family was proud, his teachers were impressed, and his own heart was filled with strength and self-respect. He realized something that most people only realize when it is too late. Time is more precious than gold. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose things and get them back. But the second that passes never returns. A passenger who misses a train by just 1 minute understands the value of a minute. A student who fails an exam knows the value of a year. A man on his deathbed understands the value of a single heartbeat. Life is short. Time is fast, and opportunities are like sunsets. If you wait too long, they disappear. That's why you must act now. If you have a dream, start today. If you want to change, start now. Don't let later steal your future. Don't let tomorrow become your biggest regret. As the wise man used to say, if you respect time, time will respect you. If you waste time, time will destroy you. So wake up, take control of your life, and stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is this one, right now.